Hi, welcome back. I hope you are having a great day. In this clip, we are going to work on our verify page, just as I promised in the last video tutorial. So to start with, the first thing we are going to do now is to import Axios. So I will say import Axios from Axios. Then the next thing is to import a hook from React router. So I will say import use transparent from React router DOM. React router DOM. All right. So having done that, I think the next thing we need to also do now is to have our page hook and the use effect hook. So now we can now start making use of our hooks. So the first thing I will do here is have a const rather, and let's have our state variable to be post, then have a set post, we have a use it set to an empty string, then we have a const also we structure our use as params hook. So we say use params, and we have a params and set sorry set params. Then our endpoint. So let's name the endpoint to be verify. First, this one is going to be okay. First, let's declare a variable called constant URL, and have the endpoint to be verify, and we have the URL to be this. Okay. So the next thing now is for us to work on our use effect. So we say use effect, then the first parameter here, which is going to be an anonymous function. Have this, sorry, and followed by the second parameter, which is going to be a, let's say, array. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to click on this run button. All right, then I copy this URL, then everything here. Right. So now, if I should fill this form once again, let me just put 1000 here and click on the button. All right, we'll be redirected to the checkout page on Paystack website. So if I should input my details, my card details, and then I click on the button, then you can see I've been redirected back to my own website. So you can see the reference here. So we want to actually get what we have here, the reference, the value of this reference. So that's what we want to do now. So to achieve that, I will now make use of this state variable called as params. So I will need to test. I'll say if this has params, that is the state variable dot has reference. So let me copy it so that I won't make any mistake. Don't look at the ugly thing we're having here. So if it has this reference, so I'm trying to test. So let's say alert one. right? So you can see now, because it has this reference, you can see it alerts one. So now let's try to do something. Let's declare a variable here. Okay, let me comment out this. Let's say const reference equal charge params dot get. So we want to get the value of this reference. So we have a sorry, we have this SAS parameter get, then the reference also. All right, so if you should now alert the reference now, so what should we get? You can see we've been able to grab what we need here now. You can see we've been able to grab it. So now I can now comment out this our alert. All right, so the next thing we need to do now is to work on our Axios part. So to work on our Axios part, so we have a function called verify payment. Verify payment, all right. And declare a variable called const form. Sorry, we declare a variable called form. Then we have a new form data. Form data. All right. Then we can now say form dot append reference, what we are sending to our server, and then the value should now be this our reference here, right? Then the Axios part, we have a Axios, sorry, we have a await first, Axios dot post, and our URL here, let's copy that, then followed by our form here, form input, then followed by an object, and inside our object we have a header. This is also an object. Inside the header we have x requested if, and the XML http request. All right, next thing we are going to now have now, then we have a dot, then it takes in an anonymous function, and the anonymous function also takes in ref parameter, and we declare a variable called data. Then we have a JSON dot pass to convert from JSON to an object. Then we have a response dot data. Then we can now console to log our response server. Then have this data, or let's say response dot data dot data. And the cache aspect, which also takes in an anonymous function with the parameter, also an error parameter of our anonymous function. So we have error, then we can now log the error to our browser console. Have the error. All right, so we can now call our verify payment function here. So I think that's pretty much what we need to do here. So later we can work on our UI. Okay, I think we have an error there. Instead of form data in small letter, this has to be in capital letter, form data. All right, so I think that is pretty much what we need to do in this aspect. Let's just have a post here instead of this verification successful. Let's have a post the variable we have here, this post here. So we want to have it there, and then our set post, or set post here. Then we can actually update our post, since the initial state is an empty string, so we want to update it to, let's say, response dot data, and we will change it later. Should we use a data here? Okay, let's just use a response dot data. So I think that is what we need to do on this aspect. So being able to successfully work on our verify page on our UI, as in on our front end rather. So in the next video tutorial, we are going to work on our back end. So that is pretty much what we need to do on our verified page. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new to this channel. Thanks so much.